I recognize you. You're the one everyone's talking about, Firehawk. You've got to be joking. I don't let scum on my ship. I was under the impression that you recruited scum, unless you run a gentleman's club? The gentlemen are kept under ice for breakfast. What? What? That's strange. I usually put people on ice, not under it. Well, I think that you should take the ice and shove it in your face. Thanks, but I already have a chiseled look. However, looking at your face, I also figure ice can be used to reduce swelling. Alright, I'll give Firehawk points for this one. He won that exchange. I can do this all day. Fine. I'm sending over a list of different events. If you get first place in any one of them, you're eligible to take the Pirate Oath. Doesn't guarantee your membership. I'm reading through the list now. What is the Crystal Hunter event? Sounds like something I've done before. You'll be perfect for it. The survival rate is less than 10%. Now that I think about it, Arcadia would love to do that event. No, I really wouldn't. We all can't do the same event. We don't want to be competing against each other. How about you, Don? Don's survival is crucial to the mission. It is therefore imperative that I choose the race. Yes, that looks good. Sign Don up for the race. Why are you talking in third person? I hope you're both satisfied sending me off to my death. I have full faith in your abilities as a pilot. Sure you do. You heard them, recruiter. Sign me up for Crystal Hunter. I already have. Eject from your ship and come aboard as soon as you're ready to begin. I forgot to mention. Silly of me to forget this little detail. And what is that? Anyone that gets less than first place becomes a member of the Gentleman's Club. Are these the same gentlemen that get served for breakfast? In simpler terms, you all are dead. We can't have a bunch of wannabe failures knowing about our recruitment process. Alright, I know that's totally not what I'm supposed to do.
Morphic duplication records saved.
But let's do it. Whoops. Clicked up the screen. My ship kept flying backwards. I did lose one ship, the one that with the separator. I lost the separator, so I definitely won't be keeping this save. But I guess I wiped out most of the pirates. I gotta figure out where the big ship is. Every one of these triangles is pretty much the same triangle as other. Like, a ship is about as unidentifiable as a medical pack on this mini-map, this radar. I was trying to look for like something super slow or something, but it didn't really seem to make much of a difference. I just have to keep stumbling around. There we go. Click the event you want to do. Crystal challenge is simple. The one to collect the most resources win. They're scattered throughout the asteroid field. When all resources are collected, the event will stop and points will be tallied. It might be smart to take a fast ship. Then again, ships that are controlled by AI cannot collide with asteroids. Well, that's a nice touch. I don't see Dawn and Arcadia anywhere. They didn't come to watch me? Just great. Sweet ride. Mind if you take me for a spin when this is all through? Wow, I really like your hairstyle, and yes, if we each survive through this event, I'll consider giving you a ride. Well, supposedly, they're gonna kill everybody who's not in first place, so... Thanks for the compliment. My name is Celine. My name is Firehawk. I know who you are. I've read all about you. As much as I'm able, it seems you're new on the scene. All it took was one bounty and I'm infamous. I've been on the scene for a while, just nobody noticed. A 10,000 credit bounty is not much, but does get my attention. Of course, my bounty is much higher, but I'm not one to brag. What did you do to earn yours? Saving the galaxy one system at a time, baby. Your lack of detail makes it so mysterious. Man, this guy. Apparently all you need to do is be a lovable idiot and everybody falls head over heels for you. However, could you do the poor lady a favor and enlighten me? My mission is simple, to stop the virus threat in Zos Coalition, though I'm not on board for that last bit. Virus threat? Interesting. What other details can you share? Only my crew gets that privilege. Is that an invite to join your crew? Tell you what, you best me in this competition and I'll consider it. It will be my pleasure. I'll just see how good you are. Celine spread around to ready her ship in a better position. The event will begin the moment the mouse is clicked. They don't seem like they're trying very hard to collect asteroids. Or not asteroids, crystals. The last crystal has been collected, and now the points will be announced. And we have Dason at 60 points, Celine at 62 points, Firehawk at 63. It wasn't really much of a contest. Literally, it wasn't a contest. Woohoo! That's right, yeah. I want to collect the coins. 1 point, seriously, don't tell me you're not going to consider what we talked about in our previous discussion just because of that. I wouldn't mind giving you a tour, but if I let you on this ship, Arcadia would kill me. I don't want to die just yet. That reminds me, you're not in any danger for your life, are you? From what the recruiter said when you lose an event. The recruiter? No, I'm fine, but I'm still a little peeved that I lost. Joining the pirates isn't such a big deal anyway. That is why you're here, isn't it? Of course, I always wanted to be one. The freedom, I mean. So you're not going to tell me. Tell you what, there's nothing to tell. If that's the game you want to play, so be it. I already know all about you anyways. You could use someone like me on the team. I'm pretty sure we could. I bet so. Is Celine the pirate captain? Is Celine the pirate captain? I've got my hands full with 2 women already. I'd love to chat more, but I have an appointment with their friends. Catch you later. Keb cut off communication, engaged with engines, and headed back to the recruiter ship. Even though the baby's sort of muttering or cooing, I guess, I'm not going to worry too much about reciting those lines. Can you just give me a little bit? Yeah? Okay. Dawn phased into physical form to prepare for her lesson. It seemed more and more these days she kept to her physical form. It became almost awkward when she returned to being an AI and melted away into particles. Even more shocking was that she requested a teacher to train her to pilot the controls in her physical form. That was nice of Aerie to loan us her ship for the race. Let's make sure not to get a scratch on it or we'll feel her wrath. Are you ready? I am ready to learn. Show me what you know. Dawn sat down in the pilot's seat, powered up, and moved the ship slowly in an unknown direction. Take her out full speed. Dawn sat still, wondering what to do. The control seemed familiar, but she couldn't get her hands to move. She finally turned around, admitting an early defeat. This is all I can do. When we are in battles, you usually control a whole fleet of ships. Why the hesitation now? I am using most of my energy maintaining this form, and I can't seem to move my arms. It feels strange to make such an admission. Don't worry about it. It's just first flight jitters. Everyone gets them. Kev walked to her and sat on the second seat in the cockpit. Do you know where all the controls are? Yes. The first thing to do is touch them. Go ahead, put your hands on them. She laid her hands on the buttons. This isn't going to work. We need something different. Computer! I'm right here. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Dawn, can you configure new controls to match these specifications? Keb handed Dawn some information. She looked it over. These controls are highly irregular. Who's the teacher here? She agreed, and in a few seconds the panels morphed into something completely different. He's only been flying for oh no, he was at Zaus Academy for 3 months. That doesn't necessarily mean flying, but alright. Gone were the buttons. In their place appeared an arcade-style joystick control system. Alright. Now that's what I'm talking about. These grips are used to control the altitude of the ship, the pitch, and the roll. You can also control the yaw if you move the sticks in this manner. This lever controls the speed. What are you waiting for? Grab them. Dawn moved her arms and grabbed the sticks loosely in each hand. Tighter! Dawn obeyed the command and gripped the sticks with moderate strength. She could feel the texture of the leather on her fingers. We're going to start slow and move to maximum speed. You won't win the race otherwise. While we increase speed, move the sticks around to get a feel for the ship. His orders gave her the will necessary to control the ship, and she found herself a quick learner. The starship rolled left, right, and dipped at incredible speeds. You're a natural. Dawn's solemn expression turned into a beaming smile. Is this what fun is? Okay, here we go! Maximum speed! When the ship hit maximum, the shock of acceleration surprised her, but she wasn't intimidated. She used the momentum of the ship to make a dive and a roll. This is the real test now. There are some asteroids ahead. You want me to slow down? No, go faster. Help Dawn navigate the ship through the asteroid field. Alright, so there's no turning. A and D just strafe. Left mouse button does nothing. Right mouse button does nothing. That was this trailer that uses this music that inspired me to go ahead and do a let's play on this game. The sound was kind of peaked or something. I don't know how to define that sound, but I think it probably shouldn't make a massive explosion at the end. Perhaps a series of them if you really need to get rid of asteroids. You're a natural. You didn't hit one asteroid. Of course, you aren't racing against mad, bloodthirsty pirates, but we'll cross that bridge when you come to it. Keb? She spoke warmly. Yes. Even though I don't understand what you just said. That was fun. I thought you said fun is irrelevant. It is, but I still, Put it here. Keb held up his hand towards her. She sat motionless. It's customary to slap hands in the air when you're having fun. She acknowledged and held up her arm. Now pull back and slapped. She missed. Keb heard the sound of gun blasts as he walked into the shooting range. Arcadia was alone, using her modified Colt energy gun. She was fond of that weapon and kept it on her person nearly everywhere she went. Keb leaned against the viewing glass and watched Arcadia unleash a few rounds to a target 50 yards away. So where was this gun all this time? Was it like in her quarters? Did he never explore the ship? Would she have quarters on a morphing ship? I don't know. Because twice, there have been at least two circumstances since we've met her that the gun would have changed the flow of the story. Keb leaned against the viewing glass and watched Arcadia unleash a few rounds to a target 50 yards away. The shots reached their target with accurate precision. Keb walked up to her as she looked over the target to see how she did. Even though that weapon looks primitive, it could probably pierce a starship. I didn't modify it that much. Great shots, by the way. Do you think you're ready? Not sure what I'm up against, but I doubt anyone could beat me. You sound confident, but things are a bit trickier when you're under pressure. You don't think I can handle it? You're not going to a dance party. There'll be thugs and lowlifes breathing down your neck. I wish you'd have more faith than me. I just worry about you. Want to help me practice? Sure, what can I do? Take that target and go up 50 yards and hold it above your head. You're joking, right? I'm tuning the gun to its lowest setting. Worst thing that could happen is a concussion, broken ribs, blindness in one eye, depending where I hit. You get the picture. He stared at her blankly. You're the one who said I needed to practice under pressure. He reluctantly accepted, walked out a ways, and put the target above his head. Is this far enough? Bang! The shot was fired with no warning. Kev dropped the target and jumped backwards. What are you trying to do, kill me? Kev stepped forward and grabbed the target from the ground. The shot hit a direct bullseye. Hey, Ari, you did it! He ran back to her as she was already packing her equipment. Ari, look where you hit. You're actually pretty good. What do you mean? I missed. Arcadia grabbed her belongings and left the area in a hurry. I'm assuming that was supposed to be a joke, but I probably read it all poorly. The moment Arcadia walked into the tournament area, she didn't want to be there. This was definitely not her crowd. Intimidating lifeforms of all shapes and sizes were spitting, pushing, fighting, laughing, and as Dawn had demonstrated, growling and grunting. A few eyes glanced her direction when she walked in. She looked out of place and everyone knew it. Are you lost, lady? This wasn't someone who looked like she wanted friends. I'm fine, thank you. Are you sure you want to be here? Celine stepped close to Arcadia to confront her. Kindness is seen as a weakness. I know who you are, Arcadia, and I know I don't like you. How do you know my name? How I know your name is my business. You don't stand a chance in this tournament, let alone against me. I don't stand on chances, I leave everything to skill. So the woman has fire in her after all. What, no response? Answer me this then. Why did Firehawk choose you as a traveling companion? He could do better with someone like me. I had a nice chat with him. Seems you and him are destined to save the galaxy together. Taking on the virus threatened Zoust together, that is suicide. That jerk doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. He needs a strong woman to help shoulder such heavy responsibilities. I've decided that I shall have him, and I always get what I want. You'd do well to stay away from him. I'm only teasing you, Arcadia. Now that I know you like him, this has gotten more interesting. I do not like him. I barely consider him a friend. We just have to work together for now. That's all. The conversation was interrupted when an announcement rang throughout the room. The event will begin in moments. Find your place and await instructions. Looks like you're off the hook for now. Celine walked to her designated spot, and Arcadia focused on her equipment placement. As the tournament progressed, the targets went from 50 to 75 yards. Most targets were moving objects. Just getting a few shots on them was considered lucky. Arcadia brought up her handgun in a firm grip using both hands. She used the sight to adjust her alignment and made sure her finger was ready at the trigger. The crowd cheered as she made mostly accurate shots at moving targets. Arcadia even started to pick up a few fans with her performance. When the event came to a close, Arcadia waited as points were tallied. With any luck, she would come out in first and this would be over. The announcer called out the points leading up to third place. In third, we have Gregor with 48 points. For second and first, we have a tie at 120 points between Celine and Arcadia. Arcadia wasn't pleased with the tie. She had a gut feeling something like that would happen. Besides, if what the recruiter said was true, then losing meant death. To further her disappointment, Celine was the woman who antagonized her earlier. It didn't give her any pleasure to see her again. For the tiebreaker, the two women set up at the same station. They were given one shot at an unmoving target 100 yards away. Celine was randomly chosen to go first. She held up her gun so confidently, there wasn't any doubt she'd do well. The shot connected and the crowd cheered. The announcer called out a perfect shot worth 15 points. The only option now was for Arcadia to pull a tie. As she grabbed her pistol, Arcadia walked confidently to the marker. Celine looked smugly at her. Arcadia raised her pistol, sweat beaded on her forehead. She lowered the pistol and several bystanders laughed. She raised her weapon again and swiftly pressed a button on the ring which she wore on the right hand. The gun started to glow and a transformation turned her weapon into a modified version with a large barrel and augmentations. Sounds cool. Wish I could see it. A blast rocketed out from the barrel and traveled the 100-yard distance in milliseconds. When the pulse hit the target, it exploded, shattering the target and disintegrating many of its pieces. Arcadia blew over a barrel and turned to look at Celine with a smirk. Celine's mouth hung open in shock. Arcadia's gun returned to its normal form. Is that legal? It took a while for the announcer to call out the decision. It seemed the judges couldn't decide whether or not she was disqualified, even though there wasn't a rule against it. Whispers ran through the crowd that the recruiter himself had made the decision. The announcer cleared his throat. We declare the winner Arcadia with a combined total of 40 points. The crowd cheered for the winner's unique way of winning the match. Even some of the other contestants congratulated her. It was quite a shock to see the recruiter side with her. After the victory calling, Arcadia left quickly in hopes of meeting Kev and Dawn. Would you look at that? 3 winners, all part of the same crew. Joy. I wonder what's her name again? Selena? I don't remember. I don't remember her name. I wonder if the pirate chick is like the head of the pirates and deliberately is letting them win, but pulling close, push them to compete well. I don't know. Save your excitement for the party. Oh wait, that's right. You weren't invited. Go easy on him. I won because of his deciding vote. Really? That's unexpected. If you came to my performance, you would have known that. You didn't come to my event. I only had a 10% survival rate, remember? I could have died. At least then I wouldn't have to deal with your stupidity. Where does that come from? I wonder if these events didn't take place at the same time, then why didn't Don come see his event either? I don't know. Put the recruiter on hold. Call up Celine and ask her what I mean. The race was difficult at first, but after analyzing their flight patterns, I was easily able to win. Although we're playing Kev's adventure, I would have preferred to fly her. I would have preferred the race, I think, over running around in a circle collecting diamonds in space while things shot at me. Don's attempt to misdirect the argument was ignored. Celine, is that what this is about? Maybe. I mean, you did tell her our plans. At least that's what she led on to. She knew things about me. If the enemy becomes aware of our mission, they will come after us in full force. What did you tell Celine? I do tend to talk a lot, may have said a little, but nothing important. She mentioned something like us saving the galaxy together. How would she know anything about that? I guess I may have said something along those lines, but saving the galaxy together is something I said in reflex to what she was asking. There was a moment of silence. It seemed that what Kev said may have been taken as a little romantic. Strange, but it looks like you were blushing, Don. Don indeed was acting strange, and didn't answer back. She stiffened a bit and covered her blushing cheeks. Blushing happens as a impulsive, blood rushing to your cheeks, I guess? I don't know. That is incorrect. I don't blush. Blushing is not a function I am capable of. That should be correct, yes. Apparently lying isn't one of them either. That's it, I'm getting my gun. Kev watched her turn around and took immediate action to stop her. Arcadia skillfully rolled past Kev's attempt to stop her. She grabbed her gun and pointed it straight at him. Dawn stepped behind Arcadia for some sort of protection. She even looked mad. What? Kev raised his arms to surrender. Arcadia glanced over at Dawn, who was hiding behind her. Apparently my AI thinks she's a real woman, although I don't fully understand it. You're the cause of all this. I'm confused. Isn't this about the information I leaked to Celine? Arcadia's pistol lit and humming caused Kev to stop. What do you think, Dawn? Should I give him a nice stun? We could have the ship all to ourselves, just me and you. How does Ladies' Night sound? I really don't get... Alright. Dawn nodded in agreement, and Arcadia liked that. Kev had only one chance to get out of this situation. It was about time he released his secret weapon. Kev lowered his arms, and the girls watched him cautiously. You're right about everything. Telling anyone of our mission is irresponsible, I'm sorry. Kev remembered Slicer telling him one time that women were always right. Would it work? The girls instantly felt relieved and disarmed. Arcadia slowly lowered her pistol, and even Dawn returned to her normal self. Me too. I mean, sorry about that. I may have overreacted a bit in drawing my weapon on you. I'm not very sociable. It's my fault. I had a system malfunction. Don't blame yourself, Dawn. He should understand what you're going through. And how would he understand that? Arcadia put her hand around Dawn and turned around to look at Kev. You do understand what she is going through, right? Yes, I believe so. I'll never understand women. Please be more careful in the future about this and our mission. I need Dawn to be at her best at all times. If she falters during a crucial moment, I'll be more careful. Dawn appeared to have recovered from the incident. This is so weird, Arcadia commented to herself. She then led Dawn out of the room. Kev returned to the communications panel, realizing the recruiter was still on hold. Recruiter, are you still there? Like I have anything better to do. So what's the deal? I'm transferring the pirate-based coordinates to you now. It will appear on your map. During your little mutiny, you were pre-approved. You will also receive a free pirate raider ship. Now you really are one of us, blah blah blah. Report to our headquarters immediately. I'm sure the head boss will want to meet you and put you to work on some dangerous front lines mission. I'll head out right away. I'm pressing E to exit. There we go. It's kind of weird how I'm just watching wings wobble. I guess it did not like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and call it quits for here. It's been about an hour, 10 minutes, but I'm not sure how much of that is AFK. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Omni Link. I'll see you next time.
Morphic duplication records saved.